Hey guys, what's up? It's Ricardo, junkguysdfw.net. I'm actually using a different camera today, and today is Tech Wednesday. It's Wednesday Tech, I guess, or Wednesday Tech. Well, anyway, one of the most common questions that my subscribers, my followers ask me is what kind of video and what kind of camera am I really using? What am I shooting at all times? What kind of equipment do I use? And that's when I wanted to come on board with you. And today I have my assistant Diego with me, helping me out. Say hi, Diego.
Hola.
And he's going to help me just point out some of the cameras that I use. So one of the most important things that I do have is I have an assortment of cameras that I use throughout the day when I do record. So let's just get down to it and let's talk about my most popular camera, and that is the GoPro 7. Diego, number 7. The GoPro 7 is probably the most handy camera that I have, and the most common camera that is used on my YouTube channel all the time. And I'm going to tell you why I use this camera and why I use the handle on this camera. Because when I'm doing work, first of all, let's talk about the gripper. It's called a gripper. The gripper was bought on Amazon.com. The gripper is actually a $14 product, okay? So this gripper is incredible. And let me just tell you, I just pop it off and there it is. The gripper goes right here, and this is the gripper, and it goes to anything. I can mount it here on the steering wheel. I can mount it right up here, guys. I can turn the camera around. It's a really good thing to mount anywhere. I mount these usually on tables, chairs of people's houses that I'm cleaning out. So this is really valuable to me, okay? But the GoPro 7 just mounts right on top of it, also helping me out a lot, okay? And there goes the GoPro 7. It's on it now, and I can mount this just about everything. Why do I use the GoPro 7 more than the GoPro 6 or the GoPro HD or the GoPro Session? Is because the GoPro 7 has a stabilization that is out of the world, okay? It's got a built-in stabilizer that I can move this thing around like this or like this, and it just stays straight. So I love this camera because of that reason, and that's the main reason why I use this one as my primary camera. Now, there are other cameras that are GoPro 7s, and one's the silver and one's the white. They both have stabilizer. They just don't record in 4K or 1080. They have a lower recording. It really doesn't make a difference. As long as they have the stabilizer, it's a great camera. So I want to point that out. So those two other cameras are great cameras too. They just don't record in high quality. I do not record in 4K. I do not record in 1080 something, okay? I just record basic video, and I'm not really specific. I really care more about the volume of these cameras. They're extraordinary. Back in the day, the wind used to be really bad on these. Not anymore. They fixed that problem. You used to be somewhere where it was windy and all you could hear was all the whole time. That doesn't happen anymore. So let's go to my slow-mo camera and my time-lapse camera. The time-lapse camera is my second most popular camera that I probably use, and that is a time-lapse camera, which is this camera right here. Diego, will you hand me my HD camera, please? HD camera. This camera is where you see most of my time-lapse doing. Any of the slow motion that I'm doing it on one primary camera. And I'll tell you why I sort this camera out, then I sort out the other camera, and how do I make that decision? Well, one camera is all talking, and that is the GoPro 7. This is the GoPro HD. This camera right here is the camera that I use to sit down, and I just put it on the table, and then it does the time-lapse for me. So at all times when I need a time-lapse, I go to this camera. Okay, I pull it out of my bag, and I just start recording, and it shoots, and it records, and you can talk into it. It's programmable to talk into. And that's what it's doing right now. It's turning on right now. It's got a full charge right here. I fully charged all my cameras. It's got about an hour and 53 ready to record at all times. Let me get on the other lane. I'm about to get hit. So this camera is a $300 camera, where the GoPro 7 is a $399 camera, okay? This camera does just as much as the other camera, except it doesn't have a good stabilizer on it, but it's a top quality recording camera. You can do all videos. I did this, I recorded a lot of videos, about maybe 500 videos on my YouTube channel with this camera alone, okay? So anyway, guys, this camera, I only use this for slow motion and time-lapse, okay? So if I'm needing a time-lapse video, I go to this camera and take out the disc, and there's always time-lapse videos on the camera. Now, my hoarding camera, the camera that I need both my hands with, that I use most of the time only for hoarding jobs, for like jobs where I have to use both of my hands. If I'm moving like a piano and I can't find nowhere to mount the camera, or I'm looking for, it's a harder job. This is my rough camera. I call this the roughneck camera, and the reason is it's the smallest camera available. It shoots in a fisheye, which covers everything, just like this camera. If you notice, this camera is a wide lens camera. It's probably capturing everything on this side, capturing everything on that side, but it's a wide lens camera, and it just covers a lot of room, but it's a rougher camera, and I use it for when I go in, or the sheriff is asking us, hey, we're going into a building and I need both hands available. This is called the GoPro Session, which is my next camera. There you go. The GoPro Session is the smallest camera available. It records really good. It catches all kind of noise. It catches all kind of wind. This camera is really just used like when I'm walking somewhere and I can put some music in the background, so I don't use it. This is a camera that actually Diego wears most of the time when we're doing a big job. So automatically I give this camera to Diego, and I say, Diego, wear this camera. He bounces it on his head and we're off to work. This camera comes very handy for him to use in case he captures a rat running by the room or someone fighting. He could be recording and that person not even know it because the camera's so small, and he's always wearing a black hat, so he kind of blends in with the hat, so it doesn't have to worry about stuff like that. The GoPro Session, highly recommended camera. It was on sale for about a month for $99. It is now $149.99. It is the cheapest camera. If you're just starting out and you just want to shoot video, this is the camera for you. Okay, this is the camera for you. The only problem that I see with this camera is that it only can go up to like 64 bit disc. You can't put 128 or anything else higher disc on this. It's 64, and if you don't like it, tough shit. So there it is. This is the GoPro Session, really popular camera for me. Okay, I use this camera a lot when I'm doing hoarder houses. If it's just doing like a dumpster pickup or a dumpster roll, I don't use this camera. If I'm just doing a small couch, I don't use it. If I'm by myself and I need to lift with two hands, then I'll use this camera. But other than that, I just use it for specific reasons, okay? And of course, if I'm with Diego and we're doing a house cleanup and we think someone's gonna come out or something's happening, this is the camera that I tell him to mount on his head really fast. It has a full charge today. So all my cameras have full charge. Mostly they have 50% charges because I'm using them so much. So let's go to the last camera that I use, and my live camera, and that is the camera that I'm using right now. I do not use this camera very much. This is the first time I've actually officially used the camera in my truck. So this is called the Mevo camera. Y'all have seen it before. I give Mevo a hard time because the camera's hard to work with, but it's recording right now in 1080 4K. It does all that stuff. So right now I'm recording in 1080, which is high, really high quality video. So this video should be able to see like wrinkles and like small hair, gray hairs and stuff like that. But I'm going to start using this as my live camera. This camera will only be used as my live camera in my studio at the headquarters, at the JunkGuys headquarters. So this camera has a really bad sound. So if you're hearing me, it's probably coming out really sketchy. Anyway, but I use it now to do my first official video in the truck, Tech Wednesday videos. Okay, now I'm gonna get to the last camera, and the last camera is probably my favorite out of all the cameras that I use. It is my favorite camera. It is one of the top cameras out in the market right now, and it is on my Google phone. So this is a specialized Google phone. It is a $1,000 phone. It is a new Google phone that I got. It's the Pixel 3. The Pixel right here, guys, has probably, no, it is. They say it's marketed as the highest quality camera on the market. It shoots in 4K. It does everything it wants. And this is where I record all my stuff. If I'm at a job and I record a small, short version video, here it is. I do all my Google My Business stuff on this camera. I use this camera as my lifesaver. I love it. I just got it. It is quick on emails. It was quick on the internet. If you're using any Google products, this is the phone to use. But the camera on this, we're talking about cameras right now, is extraordinary. So I use this camera probably right here 80% of the time right now. I'm using it to just do all my Google SEO for it. So this camera, top quality. It's made by Google. The operating system is made by Google. The phone is made by Google, and all the products on the phone is Google. So there you go, guys. High quality camera. It turns on. It tells you anything. I just use the voice. I text with my voice. I dial with the voice. So this is what I'm using right now. And I mount it on my phone, my car too, all the time. So I can do a lot of live videos with this phone. So if you see me doing a live video, I'm using this phone. It's high quality. It is better than the camera that I'm talking out of. So there you go, guys. All the 5 cameras that I'm using on a daily basis. I just taught y'all that. And I'm not taught y'all that, but I just showed y'all. So if y'all are interested, there it is. That phone was $1,000. The Mevo camera is $499. The GoPro 7 is $399. The HD camera is $299. And the GoPro Session, which is the cheapest version of all the cameras, is only $149. It was on sale at one point for $99. So guys, I hope this helps y'all out with any recording needs that you need or any SEO things. If you're going to do SEO, I would highly recommend the GoPro Session or the phone. The phone is better, of course, but the GoPro Session is easy to upload stuff to Google. So guys, thank you very much for staying tuned to our video. Don't forget, if you like these videos, subscribe over there to the right side. On the left side, check out my other videos. I'll talk to y'all later.